Welcome to the Lifestyle Management lesson. In this lesson, we're going to look at 3 important areas that impact your health. We're covering sleep, exercise, nutrition, and stress. These areas are often overlooked when we focus solely on the gym and food. We tend to focus on what happens inside the gym, but what happens outside the gym matters just as much for your results. Throughout this lesson, we'll look at what happens inside the body, why these factors matter, and practical strategies for improvement. Let's get started. Sleep is one of the most important lifestyle habits we can influence. Every animal needs sleep. The exact purpose of sleep is only partially understood, but high-quality sleep has an enormous influence on how we function. Think about how you feel after a poor night's sleep. Your energy is lower, and your mood may be affected. Your decision-making can suffer, your ability to deal with stress decreases, and your motivation for good choices takes a hit. Sleep should be a priority in the same way we consider exercise and nutrition. It's an essential pillar of health. If there were a pill providing all the benefits of a good night's sleep, everyone would be taking it. The good news is the solution is already available to us. It's called sleep. Let's look at how it works. Sleep is a naturally recurring state characterized by reduced consciousness and the inactivity of nearly all voluntary muscles. Sleep timing is controlled by your circadian clock, a built-in biological clock that operates over a 24-hour period. The environment provides signals to this clock. Daylight and darkness are the 2 most important cues for your rhythm. Light exposure has a powerful effect on when we feel awake and when we feel sleepy. It resets your internal clock. One misconception is that the body simply switches off. It doesn't. Your brain oversees vital biological maintenance while you sleep. Key proposed functions include restoration, memory processing, and preservation. Each is vital for your health and recovery markers. Sleep is restorative. Without it, we can't work or learn at our best. Lack of sleep leads to impairment. It's closely linked with immune function. Sleep loss impairs your immunity, while getting enough rest supports your body's defenses. During sleep, your brain is more effective at removing metabolic waste products. This allows restorative processes to take over. Your metabolic phase is anabolic. You see a greater release of growth hormone, which helps repair and renew your body. Sleep is also strongly connected with memory. Deprivation reduces your working memory, making it harder to process information. This supports higher level functions like reasoning and decision making. Sleep isn't wasted time, it's an active biological process. Every time we sleep, we move through stages. There are 2 major types, NREM sleep and REM sleep. And REM contains 3 stages. N1 is the transition, N2 is light sleep, where heart rate slows and temperature decreases. N3 is deep, slow wave sleep. It's difficult to wake during this stage, and it's critical for physical restoration. REM is dream sleep. It begins 90 minutes in. Your eyes move rapidly, but your limb muscles become paralyzed. A typical cycle lasts 90 minutes and repeats 4 to 6 times. Deep sleep dominates the first half of night. REM and lighter N2 sleep become more prominent later in the night. That's why people often wake after several hours. Deep sleep renews the body, but REM sleep renews the mind. The brain processes information and forms neural connections. How much sleep do you need? While it varies, most healthy adults should aim for approximately 7.5 to 9 hours. Requirements change by age. Children and teenagers need significantly more. A teen might need 8.5 to 10 hours for results. Evaluate how you feel. If your energy is low and memory isn't sharp, you likely need to sleep longer. Signs of deprivation include needing an alarm clock, afternoon slumps, or falling asleep quickly while watching television. Chronic sleep loss leads to fatigue, irritability, and weight gain. It makes every part of your lifestyle harder to manage. Common disorders are insomnia and sleep apnea. Apnea involves breathing stopping temporarily, causing repeated waking through the night. Restless leg syndrome and narcolepsy also impact recovery. If sleep problems persist, please seek professional medical advice. To improve, get a routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time to sync your circadian rhythm. Control your surroundings. Get daylight during the day and reduce bright artificial light at night to support melatonin. Keep your bedroom quiet, dark, and cool. Remove electronics to signal to your brain that the day is ending. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing. Give your brain a clear signal that it's time to transition to rest. Part 2. Exercise Nutrition. We'll look at your body's responses to training and how nutrition should influence your approach. Exercise comes in two major forms, aerobic and anaerobic. Both provide unique benefits and work in different ways. Aerobic exercise, like walking or swimming, uses oxygen to produce energy. It strengthens the heart and improves glucose tolerance. It also provides psychological benefits, providing a distraction from daily routine and reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. Anaerobic means without oxygen. This high-intensity work, like weight training, relies on energy stored directly in the muscles. Anaerobic training builds muscle strength and bone density. It also relies heavily on energy derived from your carbohydrates. To support nutrition, you must understand volume and intensity. Volume is total work. Intensity is effort or percentage of max. Volume and intensity are connected. As volume decreases, intensity can increase, shifting your training from aerobic to anaerobic styles. Your muscles adapt to the stimulus. Long-term anaerobic training drives hypertrophy, the growth of individual muscle fibers for strength. You may feel DOMS after training. It peaks around 24 to 48 hours later. Rest and recovery allow this damage to repair. Training triggers your neuroendocrine system. Hormones like testosterone and growth hormone aid in repair and energy regulation. IGFs support protein synthesis, while insulin regulates metabolism. Catecholamines, like adrenaline, increase your energy availability and force production. Beware of overtraining. More isn't always better. If you see decreased performance or joy, your body needs more recovery. Establish a solid foundation. Calculate your calorie needs based on individual expenditure rather than generic standards. Carbs replenish muscle glycogen and reduce fatigue. If your goal is weight loss, timing is less critical than for performance. Regular exercises need more protein. Aim for 1.5 to 2 grams per kilogram. Healthy fats maintain testosterone levels during high intensity. Nutrient timing supports energy availability. Have a balanced meal 4 to 6 hours before training to fuel your session. A protein carb snack 30 to 60 minutes pre and post training supports anabolism. Finish with another whole food meal later. Supplements like creatine and EAAs can help, but they complement a solid diet. Focus on your whole food foundation first. Part 3. Stress. When chronically elevated, stress can leave you run down and stall your body composition changes. Imagine a near car collision. Your heart races and you sweat. That's your acute stress response, helping you manage the threat. Your adrenals release adrenaline, increasing focus and energy. Heart rate rises and the brain releases glucose for survival. Cortisol is a stress hormone. While short-term spikes are normal, chronic elevation is the primary concern for long-term health. Stress comes from many sources: physical, chemical, thermal, and emotional. Together, they form your total daily stress load. General adaptation syndrome explains the stages: alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. Prolonged stress eventually exhausts your body's ability to adapt. Signs of ongoing stress can include poor sleep, low energy, getting sick more often, and increased inflammation. Regulation happens via the HPA axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenals. This system maintains balance, with cortisol peaking each morning. Cortisol is life-sustaining. It maintains blood glucose, reduces inflammation, and influences your cardiovascular and central nervous systems. Stress increases hedonic drive, the urge for salty, sugary foods. This is the mechanism behind stress eating and weight gain roadblocks. Adrenal fatigue is not an accepted medical diagnosis. For chronic stress, always seek professional medical assessment and treatment. Identify root causes and manage what you can. Relax, laugh, and sleep. Managing controllable stress is a huge victory for recovery. Let's bring it together. Your results come from training, nutrition, and lifestyle. If you ignore recovery, goals become harder. Health and fitness are about what you do across all 24 hours of the day. Every choice impacts your progress. Focus on the 3 pillars: 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep, solid nutrition foundation, and effective stress management for success. Take what you've learned and start with the biggest opportunity. Make one improvement, then build. That is lifestyle management. I'm Max. Thanks for joining me. Fuel your success, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Start today.